Jerks, Swamp Temple, Soft Spot, DD Cat Piss, and the Fuzz Coffins. Thanks to these local sponsors: Hattiesburg Tattoo, Shipley's Donuts of Hattiesburg, The Thirsty Hippo, Rock 104.5, Sunset Screen Printing. Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville offers free 1040 EZs and free estimates. With over 50 years combined tax experience, this team is up to date on current tax changes and specializes in preparing all federal and state returns, including corporations. They can prepare W-2s and 1099s, as well as assist in obtaining EINs for new businesses. Stop by Flicka's Tax Service on Highway 28 in Taylorsville for fast, friendly service at a great price. Or call 601-785-6900.
Hattiesburg Tattoo opened in September 2015 by Brian Jordan and Stony Boy. Their motto is doing badass tattoos for the hard-working people of Hattiesburg. They currently have some of the best tattoo artists in the Pine Belt area, including Brian Jordan, owner-artist, Stony Boy, owner-artist, Tay Cole, artist, Hunter Applewhite, artist, Kim MacArthur, artist. Brian holds Best of the Pine Belt for 2015 and 2016. We're the home of Halloween's free tattoo.
With Big John, Henry, and Billy Ray, you know you're getting your penny's worth of information compared to those local radio guys who still play with Star Wars toys. You're listening to Something to Talk About.
All right, Billy Ray, welcome back to the show. And again, everybody, go by and check out Cosmic Deli tomorrow. They're having seafood gumbo, and I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. It sounded pretty good when Mitchell was telling me about it earlier. So, Billy Ray, talking about, sports and talking about conference basketball tournaments now. Ole Miss didn't do so well yesterday. They lost to Georgia 85-84. Did you watch any of that game?
Got beat by South Carolina 85-84.
Correction. My bad. I'm watching Georgia here on my I was watching Georgia, and I had Georgia on my mind there. You like that, don't you, old Ray Charles song? But
yeah.
Thanks for correcting
me.
Good one. Georgia.
Well, I'm going to correct you when Ole Miss is involved. I'm going to correct you on it because I am probably one of the biggest Rebel fans in the area. I mean,
yeah.
Would you not agree?
Yeah. Well, one of them. There's a lot of big Rebel fans in the area, but some of them don't ever get up there, and some of them never go to school there. But me being a Bulldog fan, I'm actually in school up there. But
look at you. You're a traitor now.
Who would have thunk?
You don't come over to our side.
Who would have thunk it though? But talking about that South Carolina and Ole Miss game, 85-84. Man, what a game, and kind of a I guess a sentiment to Ole Miss's season this year.
Yeah, it's come up a little short. They played early in the year, of course, it's conference. It was kind of a sloppy game, a lot of fouls in it. This time they play, I guess it was okay, but they're ready to get the season over with, it looked like.
Right. And I don't doubt it after this season. Of course, Andy Kennedy's been on the set with the SEC crew doing the tournament. And, I think they're giving him a role, probably shaping him up to work with ESPN or maybe even get a job somewhere else. But good luck to Coach.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. And, I am an Ole Miss fan, and I will say something, good or bad when Ole Miss is involved. Ole Miss did the first thing in the conference since 1999. Both the men and the women finished last. That hasn't happened since 1999 in SEC.
Well, that is just a mind-blowing stat there, but it doesn't happen.
And to top it off, we're looking for both men's and women's new head basketball coaches. So,
well, there you go. But looking at the rest of the tournament, have you happened to see any of the tournament today, or have you been working?
I had to work this afternoon. I had to drive up to Meridian real quick. But I did manage to catch the highlight of the Alabama going court length to make that last second shot.
Yes, I tell you what, that was a great game to watch. Alabama led by as many as 10 points in that ball game, and Texas A&M got 4 straight turnovers to be able to come back and keep it close, but they just didn't have enough power to finish it. And Alabama, I tell you what, an exciting finish, beating Texas A&M 70-69. Then the Georgia and Missouri game was pretty close too. Georgia led that whole game. In Missouri, they have a guy that was played 2 minutes the first game of the season and pulled MCL or ACL and was out until today. Michael Porter Jr., I believe is his name. He's a high draft pick, or what the experts say. And he got injured, and was back today, and you could tell that he was a little bit rusty and wasn't 100%. But they lost by 2 points, so Georgia moves on, and the next game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
that is shocking. I would not have thought Georgia had won.
So Georgia won by 2 points. So Georgia has come back from day one, and they're keeping on. And so
I really didn't think Georgia would win this game simply for the fact, plus the kids coming back. But the tournament is held in St. Louis,
Right.
Missouri. Missouri would have a home court advantage. I figured Missouri could win the first round game,
right.
but apparently not.
Absolutely. And, a funny thing about that, for some reason, the SEC network is not in that area in St. Louis.
Really?
For some reason. Although this stat could be wrong. A mutual friend of ours told me that stat. I'll let you pick which one, not the one down at that other radio station that always gets its information wrong. But anyway,
I figured it was on satellite. Anybody can get it.
Well, maybe, I don't
As long
know.
as you're in the United States,
Maybe he got his information wrong. We don't know. But here in a little bit, actually about 12 minutes, Mississippi State will be taking on LSU, and they split during the regular season. Mississippi State's needing some wins, and to even have and to maybe even win the tournament, to even get a shot at the NCAA tournament. LSU, they're more than likely NIT bound. They're in the same boat. They have to win the championship as well. So that's going to be an interesting game. And then the late game is going to be South Carolina and Arkansas. Arkansas is a lock. And South Carolina's in the same boat, a Final Four team from last year, Billy Ray. So those games are going to be interesting. What do you see happening?
Well, in the last 2 games, I see whoever wants it more is going to win. And I think Mississippi State, I am not a Mississippi State fan, but I think they want it just a little bit more than LSU. I look for State to win this, to pull it out this game, but I think they lose the next game.
Okay.
And Arkansas, South Carolina game. South Carolina played last night. Arkansas had a night off. I'm going to go with the rest of the team, Arkansas.
Okay. That's some good predictions there. And the games lined up for Friday, starting at 11 on the SEC Network, are 12. Would be Alabama and Auburn, Georgia and Kentucky, Mississippi State or LSU against Tennessee, and then you would have the winner of, let's see, who did I just say? Arkansas and South Carolina. So, if Mississippi State could get past Tennessee and LSU, then that's some impressive wins there. Not so much the LSU, but Tennessee. So, who knows what can happen. So, but speaking of conference tournaments, let's talk about this a little bit. And I know a lot of my Southern Miss friends are, a little, upset about, or some of them are, upset about having the conference tournament out in Dallas, which I don't blame them. But the worst, the worst part of it all, Billy Ray, is that they're having it in, I like, I like the Cowboys from the old days, but they're having it in the Cowboys practice facility.
Yeah, Dallas is a nice place to have your tournament. Having it at the Cowboys facility, I can see, okay, maybe you can do it. Maybe they got something, but the way they are doing it, it makes Conference USA look completely awful. They are playing in a practice facility, of course. They have got removable bleachers they put on either side of the court.
Uh-huh.
It looks like a junior college gym seats. I mean, junior college gyms around in Mississippi look bigger than this, what they're playing in.
Right.
And then they got a big old curtain that's across the middle of the facility. On one side, they're playing one game, and if you go behind the curtain, they're playing another game. And I would think that would be the dumbest thing. But if the horn goes off in one game, couldn't you hear it across at the other court?
That's what I just pulled up their schedule, and that's a great observation that you made, because listen to this: Southern Miss plays Middle Tennessee tonight. They advance, so they're 15-17 on the year, taking on Middle Tennessee, who's 24-6, which I don't think they're going to survive past tonight, because Middle Tennessee is the leader in Conference USA.
Yeah, they are the regular season champion.
Sure.
Number one seed, USM. USM's 8 seed. They won last night 62-61 over FIU, FAU, one of those Florida schools.
So congratulations.
Middle Tennessee's going to kill USM tonight.
Yes, I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you never know in basketball. Then at 6:30, 6 p.m. and 6:30, Texas San Antonio is going to be playing Marshall. Okay, so 6 and 6:30, which they're playing now, or in a few minutes. I just find that very odd that they're playing at the same time. But who knew? Then at
who knew they would be playing in the YMCA of Dallas?
Yeah, so it is what it is. And at 8:30, you have La Tech and Old Dominion, which that has potential to be a good game. And finishing it up at 9:30, so you got UAB and Western Kentucky. So that should be a good game. But,
And if I'm not mistaken, you can catch these games on Facebook. If anybody's interested, I think it's on Facebook Live. But why would a conference put their games on Facebook? I know people are going to these, they're getting away from cable TV and stuff like that, but having your game on Facebook, that's pretty bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that's really, that's pretty sad. But I mean, I would at least charge $5 or $10 and have a halfway decent production, because somebody in Huntington, West Virginia is not going to drive all the way to Dallas or fly, and it might be easier on them, but it is what it is.
And Conference USA is just putting these in the Dallas Cowboy practice facility simply because they had these games before at Birmingham Jefferson County Civic Center in Birmingham, Alabama, which seats about 25,000.
Yeah.
But they were only getting not even they wasn't even getting half full.
Right.
So you move these to Dallas, where you drape a curtain, you play in both games at the same time, and your crowd will look bigger. So it's just a camera trick.
Oh,
but you're playing in what result in a junior college gymnasium.
Not even that.
I mean, Conference USA just needs to go ahead and fold. USM needs to go down to Division I AA for all their sports and be done with it.
I wouldn't say go down to Division I A. Billy Ray, they might want to consider basketball. I don't know. But they still have some competitive sports.